My parents think I'm cruel for cutting them off, but when I discovered they were telling my son he wasn't doing enough to help his mother, I was horrified. Should I protect him from their manipulation, or let him navigate his own relationship with her? My son trudged through the front door, eyes fixed on the floor, shoulders slumped, jaw tight. "Hey, buddy," I said, keeping my voice light. "How was Grandma and Grandpa's?" He grunted. My father, George, stood behind him with a warm smile. "He's a great kid, Ryan. Very compassionate." The smile flickered for a second. My son's eyes darted to mine, raw and fresh. "Do you want to talk?" He shook his head. George cut in. "Let's not push him. He's just tired." I sat beside him on the worn couch. The cushions sagged. Sunlight through the window lit up dust motes dancing. My son picked at a frayed edge of the cushion. I put a hand on his shoulder. His whole body was rigid. "You can tell me anything." He mumbled, "I just don't want to talk about it, okay?" George watched us from across the room, his smile a fraction too wide. The microwave beeped from the kitchen. Normal sounds, but my son's silence was a dead weight. Then he whispered, "I just feel like I'm supposed to help Mom, you know." George nodded. "That's very mature, kiddo." My son's voice cracked. "I don't want her to be sad." The clock on the wall ticked. Each second stretched. My stomach clenched, a hard knot that wouldn't loosen. "What do you mean, buddy?" "Help her how?" He wouldn't look at me. "Grandma says Mom cries at night. Says I'm the only one who can make her smile." The ceiling tiles swam. George's mouth moved, but the words came slow like honey in winter. "We're just teaching him compassion." My knees buckled. I gripped the doorframe. Fragmented thoughts they told a 7-year-old. His mother's sadness is his job. My hands went cold before my thoughts did. Something split behind my sternum. I looked at my son's face, guilt, the responsibility no child should carry. This wasn't just manipulation. This was coercive control. I turned to my parents, my voice low, even. "You're telling him it's his job to fix your mistakes." My mother's eyes welled. "We're just protecting him." George added, from growing up hard and bitter. "Like you." My hands clenched. The tendons in my neck strained. "You're done," I said. My mother's voice cracked like glass under pressure. "You're twisting kindness into abuse." George's expression turned condescending. "Children should learn compassion, not judgment." I spun back. "You're done having alone time with him." My father's eyes narrowed. "You're overreacting." My mother sobbed, her body shaking. My sister's voice cut through. "You're overreacting, Ryan. They're his grandparents." I swallowed hard, the sound loud in my ears. "No, they're exploiting his guilt, using him as a shield. That's not love. That's emotional parentification." I walked to my son, knelt down. His eyes were wet. "You are not responsible for Mom's feelings." "Never." "Okay." He nodded slowly. Behind me, my mother whispered, "You'll regret this." I didn't look back.
This is a textbook case of emotional parentification where a child is forced into an adult's emotional caretaker role. The grandparents weaponized guilt to make this boy believe his mother's sadness was his burden. The narrator naming coercive control is critical. Here's the comment where trigger some will say cutting off grandparents is extreme, that family forgiveness matters more. Others will argue that any contact risks reprogramming the child. Two valid sides. What would you do? Protect your child completely, or supervise and hope to undo the damage?